Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome into the Baltimore Ravens rundown, giving you guys an at-home video because we just got some massive news on Lamar Jackson. We actually got a ton of breaking news. He addresses the trade rumors. Todd Monken has some awesome things to say about him. Lamar Jackson confirms his health status for Sunday. All that and more right here on the channel. Appreciate you guys for being with us. Hope you had a fun, safe New Year's Eve. We're going to be here every single day for all of 2026. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Whether it's breaking news, whether it's rumors, anything, we've got it all right here. It's free to subscribe. Join the over 43,000 members of the flock that have already hit that big red sub button and join us for daily coverage of your favorite team. Lamar Jackson spoke to the press after practicing today. I guess that's probably the first part of news we want to discuss, is that he was a full participant in practice today, as he was yesterday. That is his first time to have a Wednesday, Thursday full participant in practice since early November. So, 2 months since that's happened. First off, that's big news in and of itself. And then he confirmed his status. He said 100% that he will start Sunday against Pittsburgh. He said he feels great and that there will just be a little bit of extra padding on his back for that game. This is the news that we've been waiting to hear. This is it. Sunday Night Football, Mike Florio spoke 4 days ago and said that he thinks it's a shade under 50-50 that Lamar Jackson's going to play. And we're here 4 days later, January 1st, 3 days before this game's kicking off, and Lamar Jackson just confirmed it. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's what we needed. If you're going to win that football game, Lamar Jackson gives you the best chance to win that football game. Has it been his best season? No, not by a long shot, right? We all knew it was going to be hard to follow up with what he did in 2024, and it's been a down year. Now, he's been hurt for a lot of it, been dealing with a lot of different injuries, but it's been a down year. I think we can admit that, right? We've watched it, seen every single game that he has played. But Lamar Jackson gives you the best chance to win. Tyler Huntley was great against Green Bay. Didn't have to do much, but he was great with what he did have to do. He was great against Chicago, coming off of the bye week, right? He's 2-0 in games he started. That's awesome. He's not Lamar Jackson. Nobody is, okay? Lamar Jackson gives you the best chance to win football games day in, day out, week in, week out. And when your season hangs in the balance, I want 8 to have the football. I want Lamar Jackson to have the football. This is an early playoff game. The playoffs have started for the Baltimore Ravens because it is win or go home. Your season could be over, knock on wood, 3 days from now. It could be. That's why you got to have him there. And I love the fact that he's playing through this injury at the biggest moments. There's been a lot of talk about Lamar Jackson over the last week since Christmas Eve. There's been a ton of talk about his status with this team going forward. If this was a guy that didn't want to be in Baltimore, that didn't want to play for Baltimore, I don't know if he'd be playing in this football game 2 weeks after having a massive back contusion that he couldn't even play in a second half after a pain shot. Could not even play 6 days later. That, to me, shows me a guy who wants to be here. He said, I've never quit on my team. I don't know where that talk comes from. I don't know where it does either. Because he's making sure he's going to be ready to go. Now, I don't think that changes the game plan a ton. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I still think you go heavy Derrick Henry just because of the game that he was coming off of against Green Bay, because it'll take, a little bit of pressure off Lamar Jackson, who is still dealing with injuries, and because he's Derrick Henry. And the last time you played the Pittsburgh Steelers, you ran it for over 200 yards as a team. Put the ball in Derrick Henry's hands. That's going to be still a heavy, heavy priority, okay? Now, I feel really confident when it's not in Derrick Henry's hand, when it's in Lamar's. But I still think Derrick Henry needs to be the main focus point for this game on Sunday, because he's the reason that you won on Saturday. He's the reason you dominated on Saturday. 41 points on Green Bay. That's nothing to scoff at. This is why you signed, extended, paid Derrick Henry for games in January, late in the season, to just wear down opposing defenses. Lamar Jackson's back. He's healthy. Todd Monken was asked about it, And he said it's the closest Lamar Jackson's been at full strength in a couple of months. He said it's nothing like having your quarterback out there every day. This is his first time having a full week of practice since early November, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be massive. It's going to be incredibly impactful. I think that's a big reason you've seen a little bit of the dip in his production, because he hasn't been able to have those full practice weeks. He's only been able to get one practice a week usually, and oftentimes it's in a limited capacity. Having 2 full practices, getting 2 weeks of rest from his last injury, and going into a win-or-go-home game, I love having Lamar Jackson under center there. I truly, truly do. Lamar addresses the rumors about him being traded, some of his desires to be in Baltimore. I'll tell you what he had to say about that in a couple of seconds. But I do got to give a big, big, big shout out to our sponsor of today's show, our great friends over at Prize Picks. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. And whether you're starting a new routine in the new year or making player picks for the first time, trying something new, it can be hard. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend, whether it's Ravens, Steelers, or whether it is college football, elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. Prize Picks lets you take control. Prize Picks has early payouts now. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. With the new social feeds feature, you can share Prize Picks with your friends, copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups that you like, or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tail or fade our picks with just one click. I hope you followed my college football playoff Cotton Bowl picks from last night, because I went 3 for 3 for Ohio State in Miami. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So Lamar Jackson was asked about some of the rumors going on around him over the last week or so. If you remember, Mike Preston put out an article, on Christmas Eve, decided to ruin all of our Christmases for no good reason, and talked about Lamar Jackson staying up late playing video games, falling asleep in meetings, not wanting to be a Baltimore Ravens. Said he would have loved to get traded to the Miami Dolphins or to the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, first off, Lamar Jackson disputed the report that he's fallen asleep at team meetings. Asked if he wanted to be with the Ravens. He said absolutely. Absolutely. Look, the fact that he's playing through this injury, like we said, shows me a guy that wants to be in Baltimore. That's what it shows me. If he didn't want to be in Baltimore, I don't think he'd be playing this game. He'd be saying, screw this. I'm tired of this. I'm done with this team. I'm ready to be on a new team. And I love that he's disputing the report that he's fallen asleep during team meetings, because I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Do we think that T. Martin would let Lamar Jackson fall asleep during team meetings? Mike Preston, he's first team all fabrication. He likes to just hear things and he reports them without looking into it. That's why after that article came out last week, everybody was like, oh, it's Mike Preston? Okay, it's kind of a joke, right? That was the sentiment from all across Baltimore, because everybody feels that same way about him. I know Lamar Jackson surely does. So some big news. Again, Lamar Jackson, 100% ready to go Sunday against Baltimore. It's going to be a close game. I can tell you that right now. It's going to come down to the wire. You can throw away the first 50 minutes of this ballgame. I could almost promise you that. But when it comes down to it, game on the line, final minutes, you need to drive to win the game. I want the ball in Aid's hands. I do. Feel much better about having him out there, especially with a full week of practice, and especially with 2 weeks of rest. And like he and both, Todd Monken said that he's the best he's felt in a long time. Best he's felt in a very, very long time. He also said that he had a strong relationship with John Harbaugh, says he doesn't know where that comes from. I don't know how much I feel back about that, or how much I feel about that. But I don't know how their relationship is. I can't imagine it's crazy, this strong best friend relationship, but I doubt it's as bad as Mike Preston painted it out to be. All right, let's get into it. Hope you enjoy your New Year's Day. Hope you're off of work, not doing anything, hanging out, watching football. My wife so far, me and her, made some waffles this morning. Awesome. Watched some college football. Took our dog on a 45-minute walk. Now we're about to end out the day watching a lot more college football. So hope you enjoy the day just like we are here at the Peterson household, and we'll see you tomorrow.